Ta-da!
Hey guys, and welcome to a new video, probably the last video of this year. We're in Warsaw in Poland, where we want to discover the Christmas lights and the decorations, and maybe a little bit history about Warsaw or Poland, and to eat.
We don't know how many videos we're gonna get about this one because it's a lot of to see. There is many things to show you. So let's gonna start.
And get in Christmas spirit with us.
We decided to travel to Warsaw, and honestly we were truly impressed. It's not coincidence that it won the award for the best tourist destination in Europe in 2023. Warsaw is a city so rich in history, culture and food that a single weekend is simply not enough to explore it properly, especially if you are visiting during Christmas. And that's because Christmas in Warsaw is on another level. You will find Christmas markets, beautiful decoration streets, outdoor activities and festivity lights everywhere you look. Just to give you an idea, the main Christmas tree in Plac Zamkowy has more than 40,000 LED lights.
The first thing you will come across if you decide to visit Warsaw at this time of the year is its Christmas markets. And I say that in plural because there are several of them. The main one, or at least the one that felt like the main one to us, is located in Plac Defilad Square. There were dozens of stalls and kiosks where people were selling food, clothes, games and all kinds of Christmas decorations. For us it was truly impressive to see just how massive it was and how many different options we could find there. We were lucky enough to see it when it wasn't too crowded on the Friday we arrived, since at that time many locals were still at work and going on about their daily routines. But once night fell, and especially the next day, things were on a completely different level.
There were hundreds and hundreds of people waiting to visit the Christmas market. Lines at many of the stalls could easily take anywhere from 30 minutes to 1 hour. Walking around became almost impossible, and even though Warsaw feels like a safe city to us, large crowds can always turn an otherwise nice experience into a slightly uncomfortable one. And the sense at the Plac Zamkowy was not very different. The world there was actually quite beautiful. Most of the streets were decorated, giving the city a magical Christmas touch and the joy this season brings to people. In the main square we found a very brightly lit area filled with colorful lights and attraction for children. And depending on the day, you could even see Santa Claus or the Grinch listening for the kids' wishes. Of course, leaving a small tip was part of the deal. The iconic city sign, the Christmas tree and another Christmas market are all part of the Plac Zamkowy. In this case, the market isn't large as the one in the center of the city, but there are still plenty of interesting things to see. And when you add all other attractions around the square, it easily becomes another must-visit spot during the Christmas season. In the same place you will find the getaway to the Warsaw Old Town, which we absolutely loved seeing illuminated, especially at night. The light highlighted the old architecture and the buildings, and the cobblestone streets gave the area a truly magical feel.
The Warsaw Mermaid statue was surrounded by an ice skating rink, and around it Christmas stalls where you could grab a hot mulled wine and spend some quality time with friends or family. If you're visiting during this time of the year, another thing you shouldn't miss is some of the Christmas markets set up on the rooftops of buildings in the city center. In some cases, you need to buy a ticket to get in, but we found one that is completely free at the Nix Hotel. We went up to the 19th floor after a long wait for the elevator, and the views were absolutely incredible. Even though the Christmas market itself turned out to be just a single stall where someone was selling alcohol. But the rooftop was beautifully decorated with many Christmas trees, and the nighttime views of the city were more than worth the wait for the elevator.
Going back to the Christmas market at the Plac Defilad, we crossed perhaps the tallest and the most controversial building in all Poland, the Palace of the Cuulture and Sience, and it doesn't escape the Christmas spirit too. This building was presented as a gift from the Soviet Union to Poland in 1950s, and it took only 3 years to build. For many, it was a symbol of the Soviet domination, and it has been considered for demolition several times. Yet, here it stands in 2025, imposing with 237 meters high and 42 floors, visible from most part of the Warsaw. We thought about going up and enjoy the views, but once you are on the top, you can't actually see in the building itself. So instead, we enjoy seeing from the Christmas market, becoming part of the Polish cityscape. Just like the Palace of Culture and Science, other historical and tourist sites in the city enjoying the Christmas spirit. One example is the Presidential Palace, located in the Krakowski President Street and built in 1643. It has served as a residence for kings, nobles, and today it functions as the official residence and office of the President of Poland. A few years later, one of the most significant treaties in modern history was signed, the Warsaw Pact, a military alliance created in 1955 by the Soviet Union and the Eastern European Alliance in response to NATO. On the same street as the Presidential Palace, you will find the Royal Castle of Warsaw and the entrance to the Old Town. This iconic site carries immense historical significance for the Polish people, with its story divided by the Nazis' invasion in 1944. The castle was originally built in the 14th century and went through many renovations over the time, finally taking its famous and luxury in the 17th and 18th century form. It was a royal home, a center of political power, and as a symbol of Poland's independence. But everything changed in 1939 when the Nazis attacked, looted, and bombarded the castle, destroying priceless art, furniture, jewelry, and historical artifacts. In 1944, after the Warsaw uprising, it was deliberately destroyed, an atrocity that many see not just as a war act, but also as an attempt to erase the Polish identity. After the war, Poland lacked the resources to rebuild it immediately, as other structures took priority. Reconstruction began in 1971, funded by donations from the Polish people, and by 1984, the castle was fully restored, symbolizing the nation's determination and the preserve of the historical identity. Just few streets away, we also came across another important historical symbol, the Warsaw Uprising Monument. While it wasn't decorated with a Christmas lights, like out of respect for those who sacrificed their life for defending Poland, this monument does more than honor to the fighters in the 1944. It stands as a powerful reminder of the courage of the entire city that refuses to surrender, even in the face of the cruel history.
Continuing our trip in Warsaw, we decided to do some Christmas shopping. We visited 2 famous shopping malls. The first one is a bit outside of the city center, about a 30-minute train ride away, and it's called Galeria, Młociny. The reason we went there is because we wanted to make some shopping in Primark, to find some cute Christmas outfits and some other clothes and accessories from all their collaborations, such as with Disney. It is impossible to leave Primark empty-handed. A great tip, if you have an impatient partner, always have something to eat and drink in your bag. With that, you can extend your shopping time a little bit more. You're welcome. Prices in Poland are usually pretty good, especially if you're coming from countries that use euros or Nordic currencies. But since it was Christmas, some things are more expensive, which is normal. Tourist places during high seasons are not the best time to find cheap prices. Off-season is much better. The other one was Złote Tarasy, right in the city center, and it was absolutely packed with people. But the mall looks amazing, both outside and inside, and it really stands out with its glass roof. It's huge and has a lot of different shops and entertainment for both locals and tourists.
We arrived in the Warsaw around 8:30 am, and in the airport we found something so simple yet incredible, useful that we hadn't seen anywhere else. Colored lines on the floor guiding you to the taxis, parking, buses and the train station. Such a simple idea but very effective. We took the train, which we will give a tip about that later, and just 30 minutes after we were in our hotel. We booked 2 nights for €152, a price reasonable for the season and the type of hotel that we choose. We wanted something safer than Airbnb, which can look amazing online but being very terrible at the location. So we went with Ibis Hotel, a classic choice for this channel. Although we were allowed to check in early for no extra charge, the room itself was quite disappointed. The size was small, the shower and the sinks were outside of the bathroom facing the bed, the toilet had a poor lighting, and the ventilation was almost non-existent. Our view to the parking lot didn't help, and the bed was very hard, almost like one Albright. The good service, the early check-in, and the hotel location, that is only 5 minutes walking from the train station, are the only highlights, but we probably won't be coming back to this hotel in the future. Warsaw might let you down when it comes to hotels, but never when it comes to food. That's why we will have a second part of this Warsaw vlog, when we will take you to discover the best Polish cuisine. We will visit the famous milk bars and see if they are really affordable as everyone say, and most important, the taste of the food. We will also share some tips on transportation, prices, positive and negative aspects that we found here in the capital of Poland. So don't miss it, and we will see you in the next episode coming this Sunday.
So from the middle of the Christmas market, we want to say thank you for watching our video. We hope that you like the city and the Christmas lights, and we hope you get in some Christmas mood.
And if you are planning to come to Warsaw, we recommend you to come with a time, and especially if it's Christmas time, because you will get distracted with all the lights that you will see around the city. And we hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe.
And Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!